Fashion Friday once again at mamaya po dito sa Kababayan LA may mga magmomodel-model na naman po para sa atin. Another Kababayan, very young, very talented, very artistic. We're gonna meet him later at makikita po natin ang kanyang mga disenyo dito sa Kababayan LA. But before anything else, it's a Friday. You know, sabi nila paulit-ulit lang daw ang buhay. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all the way through to Friday again. But you know, despite the monotony sa ating buhay, we always strive to be better. We always try to change our lives, pero hindi po ganun kadali. We read a lot of books, we watch a lot of TV, we go to a lot of seminars, pero hindi daw po ganun kadali. So how do we really change our life? We have a suggestion for you today. Kasama ang isa po sa ating mga authors na nakilala. She is Pat Lynn Kyle. Hello and welcome to Kababayan LA.
Nice to be here.
The author of Heal Your Mind, Rewire Your Brain. Is it really possible to heal our mind, Pat?
It's possible to heal our mind through rewiring our brain. The neuroscientists have said something very interesting, said that the mind is what the brain does.
Oh, okay.
So you're getting up in the morning and you think, oh, I've got to get out of bed and take a shower. Well, that's the mind giving you an intention. And then the body says, well, I got to figure out how to do that.
Right.
So it gets you out of bed and take a shower. So they work together. So now if the mind is telling the brain certain things that are negative or bad or unhappy, then your behavior is going to be that way. I mean, it's so easy.
So stop doing that. I know most of us, when we wake up in the morning, we think, oh, another work day, I don't want to get up, I'm too lazy. So that's bad.
That's right. Well, what it does is it sets up a behavior, and it sets up the environment in which you're going to go out in. Because remember, we're electrical and magnetic. We're primarily energy.
Right.
So we're setting up an energy field right around us.
Oh,
isn't that amazing?
Okay, okay.
So in my book, I say, you know, you've got to really face these issues and embrace them and then begin to erase them.
And talking about the book, you have many points there that you discuss, and I'd like to touch on some of them. The first point is you can't control your circumstances, but you can control how you respond to them. What if, you know, some people are watching, they're maybe older, 60 years old, 50 years old, and they'll tell us, oh, I've been responding this way for the past 50 years or so. Can they still change?
Yes, you can teach an old dog new tricks.
Exactly. Yeah.
The neuroscientists just 20 years ago, within our lifetime, have said, oh my goodness, these cells in our brain are flexible. They respond to every belief, every thought, every emotion, every circumstance, and every situation and experience that you have. So you are creating it yourself, and the brain responds. It figures out how to do it, and it will respond.
Okay, well, another point, your brain is pre-wired by genetic factors and external conditioning to respond to various situations in specific ways, and those reactions are often negative and unhelpful. Why is it like that? Why is it that our first instinct is always usually often negative and unhelpful?
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
You know, if you would close your eyes and you would just notice thoughts going through, or emotions, or images going through, 4 out of 5 of those will be negative. It's called the default mode network.
Why do we have that?
Who knows, but we do.
Right.
And the more you notice those negative thoughts and say, I choose not to respond to those, then they start to go away.
Oh.
They will, you know, I have my students, I just say, imagine those thoughts are on a cloud, and they're just floating away into infinity, but save the positive ones, and save the ones that just keep you in a nice balance.
But how do we make them go away? Do we talk to ourselves? Do we say, I'm thinking this is negative, please go away, or something like that?
You do an intention.
Oh, okay.
So in my book, I talk about 4 brain tools that we have. Only humans have these. One of them is intention, and that creates an incredible amount of energy. And attention, what we put our attention on is who we are. If I put my attention on it and doing my hair a certain way, well, that's what it'll happen. I put my attention on it.
Right.
You know.
If you put your attention on looking good, then you start looking good because that's
right.
If you put your attention on revenge, which is not helpful, then it becomes a negative pattern in your life.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Really?
It's where you put attention. The other thing is awareness. And so when I have CDs with my book, Heal Your Mind, and what it does is it begins to teach you the different levels of mind we have. So as you get quieter from this busy one,
Right.
you get into your body. So, you know, when you exercise and you run and you walk,
Right.
you're in a different frequency.
Oh.
And that frequency settles you, and it brings calmness to you. You can do that in an instant.
Pretty interesting. Too bad we don't have enough time to discuss all that. But go get a copy of her book. It's Heal Your Brain, Heal Your Mind, Rewire Your Brain. Pat, you have a book signing? Or?
I'm signing and giving a talk at the Bodhi Tree tomorrow at 3 at the bookstore.
So people can come and see Pat, get your autographed copies, or if you can't go, just go on their website and you may order your copy there. Thank you so much. More power to you.
Thank you.
Magbabalik pa po ang Kababayan LA. Don't go away.